Is it happening?
I don't know. We've only done this a couple times. One time it went flawlessly, and the other time it was like both our computers blew up at the same time as soon as we hit start. So uh, I don't know. It could go either way,
Yeah.
but this has been the most successful 30 seconds so far.
Yeah. Let's see. Making
Tonight
sure.
Okay.
I want to make sure that everything is okay.
Oh. Yep. It's going. I clicked.
All right.
Yeah. There's like a 30-second delay, so I guess you can cut out all the curses just in time.
That would mean that I would have to do that, I think, and I am not prepared to do that.
That's fair. I wouldn't want to do it either. Now, Phil, you proposed this topic before you introduced the topic. You had proposed this topic maybe almost a month ago to me. You're like, we should talk about this. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. And then as the date approached and it came time for me to do research for this topic, I didn't realize how much it would hurt my soul. But please tell everybody what we're talking about today.
Tonight we are talking about AI in pop culture. So, and really the genesis of this was I listened to Trevor Noah's podcast, and he had a guest on, Cleo Abram, who's a YouTuber, and she does like optimistic science and tech stories. So they started talking about AI just for a little bit. And Trevor was saying, well, I'm on a first name basis with Trevor Noah, by the way. I don't know if you know.
Yeah. I call him T-Bird, so we're a little closer, but whatever.
But he was saying, like, they were talking a little bit about AI, and he was saying how in Africa they don't have the same kind of cultural touchstones that we do in America, so they don't have the same like outlook on AI.
Interesting. So like they have Terminator in Africa, but they.
Well, I mean, they might not have watched all like Terminator. You know what I mean?
Well, if you see Terminator and Terminator 2, that's all you need to know that AI is no good.
Yeah,
and they've certainly seen Terminator 2.
Maybe not. They might not have movies.
Yeah, I could be overthinking it. There's certainly parts of the world that don't have movies, so sure.
Yeah. But before we get started on our discussion, I want to ask you a question. And for those of you who are watching live or after this is up, you can play along because I'm going to ask you a question with two answers, and you tell me which one is closest to what you think about this topic. Okay?
Yes.
So, AI will destroy us all, or AI will save us all?
AI will, without a doubt, destroy us all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have a particular reason why you're on that spectrum, on that side of the spectrum?
Honestly, yeah. Like, we are inherently greedy, so we will push AI as far as it will go, and we will let it break rules and bend boundaries, and eventually it will allow it to destroy us. We'll allow it to get strong enough where we can't fight against it, and we'll do that in the name of cash money.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think I'm on the other side of the spectrum.
Hope. I love it. That's what the world needs. Hit me with some hope.
I mean, I think at its core, like, I think AI is a tool like any other tool that we will use or not use. I think, well, I believe that we as humans tend to be selfish and tend to want to use it for our own gain and things like that. It's a tool like any other tool. And like, I think we've seen other types of technology kind of have the same fear around it. But I mean, we're still here.
Okay. I'm with you. It's definitely a tool that, like, in the wrong hands could go poor, but in the right hands could go great. The only problem is the people that have control over this sort of thing are people that are greedy and people that will are willing to let people suffer if it means they will gain more power, more money, more anything. Um, I watched a documentary this afternoon called Thinking Game, and it focuses in on Demis Hazzardus is the founder of this group who's now in charge, I think, of Google's AI. He's running that.
Yeah.
Um, but he's been pursuing artificial intelligence, like how to grow it, how to make it work. He spent years developing that. Things like, he's gone from having it learn how to play Pong to defeat chess masters to, on and on and on. But
Yeah.
so he's encouraging the growth of it, all with the goal towards helping mankind. He wants to have AI sort of focus in and do research to learn how to cure diseases and learn how to save the world. So he is hopeful. But I watched the documentary. He's also a crazy narcissist, and, like, he loves how powerful this makes him. And it's a corrupt AI is corrupting, and I wish it wasn't, but I can't get away from it, and I can't be like, let's try it anyway because it could help the world, it could save us all, because I'm almost like I don't even want to try it because of the potential danger. Like, I don't know that it's worth it.
Mhm.
And then it becomes a whole, like, pro-life situation. Like, what are you willing to risk, or, like, do you decide not to have children because children are difficult? It's that sort of thing. Do you decide to not develop AI because AI could possibly kill you? Um, I say no. Don't develop AI. That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I just wanted to like set the table for like kind of our differing opinions on this.
Okay.
So when we're talking about AI in pop culture, um, what were the ones that came like immediately to mind to you, like in terms of like pop culture representations of AI?
So sorry, I just got a big chunk of ice, so it's probably a mistake. Um, it was probably a mistake to do that, but I think it's impossible not to go immediately to Terminator, Blade Runner, all these ones where we see the destruction of mankind at the hands of AI in a big spectacle way, like these big monster blockbusters.
Mhm.
But I knew right away, I was like, no, 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 Joe, don't go there because those will be the easy ones to find. Look for the positive ones. So I started to look for movies where AI was portrayed in a positive light. Um, but the first ones that come to mind are definitely those negative ones. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, like obviously it's like Terminator, The Matrix, like even more because like you did a 90-second review on Mercy. Was that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Yeah,
That
Mercy came out this year, the Chris Pratt movie. Yeah.
and that's about AI as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So and I feel like that was kind of the germ of this idea for this live stream. Because I think I said after that movie came out, you did the 90-second review. I was like, do you think this is a start of like how like because in the 60s we got a lot of movies about like Godzilla and things like that, or like about like kind of fear about nuclear bombs and things like that.
Sure.
Um, are we going to get more movies like Mercy that are about AI kind of like um, I mean maybe guiding our lives in a specific way, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I would argue that we've been getting them for a long time, but it maybe hasn't registered the same way because AI hasn't been part of the global fear until, like, recent years. Like, but there have still been intelligent people out there that being like, oh, AI is either we can use AI to do great things, or we could use AI to destroy the world.
Yeah. Um, so did you come up with any positive portrayals of AI in pop culture?
Sure. I mean, there is Steven Spielberg's AI.
It's right in the title.
It's right there in the title. I watched a movie today called After Yang, and it was a movie about a family um, whose robot. It's a family of three, but they have a robot that sort of is like a older brother to the daughter, and is also kind of like a nanny or a manny or a robot nanny that takes care of the kid. Um, and it was all about how he was sort of breaking down and how he was part of the family, so they just didn't want to like scrap him or replace him.
Mhm.
They were trying to save him, and it leads to this thing where they get into his head and they realize that he's got memories, like not just like information that he's collected, but things that are special to him.
Mhm.
Uh, and it was a really emotional movie and really beautifully done, and does not play so much on the fears of AI or even cloning is touched on in that movie, but it doesn't play upon those fears. It's more about just like it leads towards the kind of AI movie where if we create them and they feel, then they are valid. They are
Yeah.
worthy of love, life. They're not just tools anymore. They are beings that should respect. Um, and there's a whole genre of that. That's a whole corner. That's a whole wing of the AI mansion. Um, and I think this one did it really well. Really heartwarming, really great. But even there are even blockbuster ones that touch upon that. Like iRobot does that, and
Mm.
I'm looking at a big list of movies right now. They're mostly really scary ones. uh, Her is a great one. The Spike Jones movie starring Joaquin Phoenix, who falls in love with his phone.
Yeah.
Um,
Are we all in love with our phones?
yeah, but this movie's like 2013. Come on, they were way ahead of the curve. But yeah, like it's true. Like I feel like you'll see news stories pop up now and again these days where people are having relationships with AI, like Chat GPT, or I don't even know like what kind of AI you can just type in and say, hey, how's it going? And they'll say things back to you. I mean, I know like Alexa does that. I don't want to say her name too loud because she's always listening, and I don't want her to ask me what I'm talking about. Uh, but there are people that have relationships, like not codependent, but dependent relationships, and that's scary.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I think it is like um so thinking about, I guess, like um positive depictions of AI in pop culture. I think the one that came to mind immediately for me was Star Trek: The Next Generation with Data.
okay. Oh, sure. Yeah.
And
But,
you
like
did
not just thing, but
mention,
like a whole. He's a whole.
yeah, you
Sorry,
did
go ahead.
mention the fact that like at some point, like if they have their own memories, they're worthy of love and all that stuff. So there is an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where they have to decide if Data is property or if he's a being.
Right. Is there like a court case even where they do that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I did the movie Ted rip that off? Because that's what happens in Ted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like a magical being. Like no one creates him. He's just as one day is there. I think Wahlberg's character wishes for him. So that's isn't that cute?
Mhm.
But but he has to go to court and defend that he is actually, he can get married and it's legally binding. He's not just a doll. He's a friend. An employee. He's a contributing member of society. And I'm sure the Data one was much more valid and much more inspirational, but the Ted one had way more dirty jokes. So there's that. Just a few more shout outs. Robot and Frank and Bicentennial Man are both movies that sort of do the same thing that I was talking about with After Yang. Wally. We could talk for an hour about Wally if you want to.
I've not actually seen Wally.
Holy cow! All right, Wally's very good.
I mean, like all the Pixar movies that I haven't seen yet, I'm like I hear very good things. Just never got a
Oh,
chance, gotten around to watching them.
does that mean you have or haven't seen The Good Dinosaur?
I have not seen The Good
And someone
Dinosaur.
told you it was good?
I mean, I don't know. I like
I'm just joking. That's the one people love to hate, but it's perfectly fine. But it has nothing to do with AI. Whereas Wally does. Wally is a full-on robot, and he saves humanity. No spoilers.
so. Interesting. Like because I don't know that we think about robots as AI. We think of robots as robots, but I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think right now at least like robots are one thing, AI is another. Side note, I went to my comic book store one time and the people there were having a deep conversation about like trying to classify robots.
Okay. Do you remember any specifics?
No, because it got real deep real fast. Like
That'd be great if you're like flipping through the books and they're like, and X, Y, and Z, and you're like, nope.
like where do you put like Transformers? Because they're not
Yeah.
technically. I mean, they're robots in disguise. It's in the title, but like they're not like built by other people. Like they're not built by people.
They are robots in disguise only by name. They are like, for them it begins and ends that they're aliens.
Yeah, they are aliens. Yeah,
It's not AI. They're aliens.
yeah, but I don't want to get into it. Maybe that would be our next live show.
Hey, if you want to go down this path, then let's talk about the GoBots because I do think that they are not aliens. But no one wants to talk about the GoBots.
But speaking of robots, I've got two TV shows with positive depictions, I think, of AI.
Okay.
One is an old cartoon. Do you remember the Jetsons?
What kind of question is that? Of course, I remember the Jetsons.
Got Rosie,
Yeah.
AI. And the second one, and we've had conversations about this TV show before, and we are currently the only people having this conversation because it is Small Wonder.
Oh my God. Whoever was previously talking about Small Wonder just a moment ago, rest easy, because we are now taking on the mantle. We have the reins. She is in safe hands for the next 30 seconds. Small Wonder. Oh my God. A show that could never be made today about a little robot girl who was made because her dad was just a robot enthusiast, or I don't even know.
Remember?
I don't remember.
I mean, maybe they wanted a daughter, but like they decided the mom was like, "I'm done with having children," and he's like,
Yeah.
"I'll just build one."
Yeah. I mean, Small Wonder. Okay, so she was a positive AI presence, but she also was inconsequential. She did not rock the boat, or no one was trying to get her or anything. And for every one of these, you could point, even in sitcoms. Just the other day, I happened upon an episode of Family Matters where Urkelbot was beating up human Urkel, and with a lot of style. Urkelbot, he pops and locks he really he hits every. He's really smooth, but he was corrupt. He was bad.
Yeah. So I just want to point out in our chat, we have some clarification on Transformers. So they were built by other Transformers. There's a season 3 episode called "The Five Faces of Darkness," which elaborates on their origins. Thank you, Robert Scholl, 79, 76.
Couldn't you say though that mankind, man, was built by other men? They birthed,
yeah, but
were they actually built? Transformers are actually the leg bones connected to the hip bone?
I think that speaks to Transformers not being AI.
Okay.
They are their own separate thing. But again, maybe we'll save it for our next live show about the taxonomy of robots. um, so I want to move on to like comics because there's a couple representations of AI in comics. I think probably the most well known, mostly because of the movie, is Ultron.
Sure. I thought you were going to go to Vision, but yeah, Ultron makes more sense.
Well, I was going to go to Vision, but okay. So we did a review of Wonder Man, and I forgot to mention it in those videos. But do you remember the difference between Ultron and Vision? Like why
No,
they are different
in the MCU or in the comics or
in the
which
comics?
one? Please tell me.
So Ultron is an AI built by Hank Pym.
Gotcha.
Ultron, like Vision, is an AI built by Ultron, but with the brainwaves of a human, who is Simon Williams.
Oh, right. Okay. That's weird.
Yeah, but I think it kind of like we think of Ultron as the villain and Vision as a hero,
Right.
but I think we think that because Ultron is kind of off the reservation, but like Vision has some human traits. Like he's patterned after a human, as opposed to Ultron, which is pure like logic and whatnot.
Okay. So you think if Ultron had made it into the body of Vision, which was always the intended goal, you think he would have been more acceptable? Like people would have been like, let's hear him out. I know he just ripped that guy in half, but wait a minute. Hear him out. He's got something important to say.
Well, in the comics. In the movies,
okay. Yeah. Yeah, in the comics, he really is like a tin soldier. He's kind of scary looking. In the movie, he's at least a little bit expressive. Vision is a great example of positive because he really does try. Like he's tortured about not being a real boy, and like he really wants to be human. And he always obeys the 3 prime directives too. Like he never wants to hurt people. And it's a great testament that Captain America isn't willing to sacrifice a robot in Infinity Gauntlet. Like everybody is like, hey, Captain, he's a robot. We can reboot. No, I don't know. That's true. But like he's willing to protect him because like no soldier left behind or whatever. But that's a testament to how real Vision became to everyone around them.
Yeah. So we have in the chat, SuperSox4483 says Janet from The Good Place is an AI, although she does point out many times that she's not a robot and she's not a girl.
Wait, is she AI though, or is she just like a spirit, like a heavenly creation, like a demon creation? Actually, spoilers for The Good Place. She's AI. So she identify that way?
I don't know. I don't know that Janet herself would say that she is AI.
Let's ask Dr. Google. Dr. Google, is Janet from The Good Place AI? Dr. Google says yes. Janet from The Good Place, played by Darcy Carden, is an advanced anthropomorphized AI. Though she technically describes herself as not a girl and not a robot.
Not a robot.
Metaphysical. She is metaphysical, all-knowing entity serving as a personal assistant to the afterlife, similar to a superpowered version of Alexa or Siri. Okay.
I mean, not a robot.
Can we sidestep for a second and just talk about the Alexa upgrade?
Sure.
That happened like a month ago.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been off of that monster for a long time because I just found we gave him a male voice, so it was easier for me to just be like, I hate you, because I don't like to women hate. So we gave him a man voice, and I was just like, oh, you're the worst. Just shut up. I was like, can we get him a voice that sounds like me? Because that'll be a lot easier. But anyway, it upgraded one day and it was just this woman, and I was like, "What's going on?" Because it defaulted back to default voice, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was really impressed with how like casual she was, and like how you could teach her things. And there was like one week where I was just like, "Hey, Alexa, my dog can jump over the barn," and she's like, "For real?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's incredible." And but I just kept telling her these different things, and then like days later, I'd be like, "Hey, can you tell me some fun facts about my dog?" And she would like weave them together in different ways each time, and I was kind of really impressed with it. Um, but I'm hesitant to get too impressed because you know how I feel about AI. But I think it all started with me saying, saying something like, "You know this though, Alexa, because you're always listening, right?" And she's like, "Well, you know," and I was like, uh, "But then you said to me that she's slow. Like
Yeah.
you
There's
say
like
something to her, yeah, there's a
there's definitely a
pause."
delay because especially like because I mostly use my Alexa device to set timers.
Okay.
It's like tell me the time, set a timer, and what's the weather. Those are like my main functions of Alexa.
You don't ask Alexa about my dog?
So when there's a delay in setting a timer, that's
That's
a
annoying. Even if you're just like, "Hey, how much time is left on that timer?" And she's just like, "There's 3 minutes left on your timer." Like she glazes over.
yeah. So that Alexa upgrade, I'm going to put that in air quotes. I think it's Amazon's Alexa Plus, which utilizes generative AI to kind of generate all those responses, similar to like ChatGPT, but like with voice.
Sure.
So yeah, it does take it has to like hear you, think about what you actually said, create a response, and then tell it to you. So like that process just takes a little bit of time sometimes.
It'll get better with time, but I don't want to have to defend it. Like I don't want it to work.
You mean you don't have to defend it as a person?
Nope. I'm trying to find right now the first use of AI in pop culture or in film.
Oh, I want to say like it might be Metropolis.
Yeah, that's what's coming up.
I've never seen, by the way. I just know the poster.
Sure. Yeah. 1927, Metropolis explored the dangers of a human-like robot. It's very basic AI. It almost is a monster movie with a robot.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
It's on my list of shame. I'll get to it though.
All right. So what other representations of AI like jumped out at you?
I wish I had more ready to go, but what I found I was doing is I was looking less at AI in pop culture and just I ended up going down rabbit holes on YouTube about how AI is going to destroy us. And that's like when we started this episode, I talked about how it defeated me, like just doing research for this, and that's part of it. Is because I was really like, oh, there's no way out. Like we're just done. We're cooked, and we haven't even that hasn't even really started. But we're done. We're done for. What about you? What am I missing? Where's the hope? Show me more hope.
I mean, let's see. Knight Rider.
Okay.
Kit.
Basic AI, but very cool.
I mean, the car talks and has a personality. Like it is 100% AI. Somebody built Kit.
Yeah. I like that. That's good.
Let's see. What else do I have?
Do you think, okay, if they did a Knight Rider today, would Kit have a humanoid form too?
Probably, yeah.
Would it be sexy? And would Michael Knight have a relationship with it? But would it still sound like Mr. Feeney?
I mean, maybe. Let's see what else was on my positive. Oh, here's a movie and a TV show that I'm like is this? I think it's AI, but I'm not entirely sure. Um, Weird Science.
Science. How does it come together? They just make her, right? Like there's no like there's not a wizard spell that they cast or
It almost is in the movie, like because they kind of yada 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 over it. Like it is very much like Frankenstein, where they like
Yeah.
hook things up to like a Barbie doll.
Right.
And there's computers involved, but like, is she AI? She's almost magic.
But she's like real. She's flesh and bone when she comes to be, right? Like it's not like she takes her face off at any point, and there's like a robot underneath. And God, I don't even remember what happens at the end, except Chet turns into that monster.
Yeah.
But like, does she goes off to live her life or whatever? I don't know. That feels more magic, even though you could put science in the title, but you can't fool me. That's more Pinocchio than it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Robots. Here's another good one that I forgot about from a few years ago. Real Steel, Hugh Jackman movie, where he sort of there's rock'em sock'em boxing basically with robots. It's very cool, but he sort of gives a chance to a sparring robot and builds it up. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
Okay, so but basically he can't afford a souped up robot, and there's like super powerful robots or whatever. So he finds like a junker, and he connects with it. Like he teaches it how to fight. He teaches it he programs it to be nice, and he learns to have a relationship with his estranged son at the same time. Obviously, but that's another great feel good movie. That is Rocky with AI.
Okay.
But Rocky with AI, as we all know, is Rocky Balboa, where they do that testing in the beginning with they're like, we put in all the stats and we can figure out who's gonna win this fight. Anyway, there's no AI. Actually, there is AI in Rocky. There's a robot in part 3 who serves the drinks with the big Paulie.
It is probably part. What is it? It's part. Is it part 3?
I think it's part 3 because part 4 is so focused on revenge for Creed's defeat. There's no time for silly robots.
Yeah,
it's all training. It's all steely looks.
That makes sense.
There's a robot in the Rock franchise. It's everywhere. AI's taken over.
So, in our chat, somebody mentioned Superman 3 as having AI in it.
Oh, that's your nightmare. Hit us with it.
That's my nightmare. That's correct. But this was something I thought of. There is a depiction of AI in every Superman movie, every single one.
Interesting. Hit us. What are they?
It's mostly Jor-El.
Yeah.
Like,
wait. Oh, right.
He's not alive.
Yeah, I mean, instinctively, I want to say it's magic crystals, but on Krypton, that's high tech. It's it's magic to us, but it's technology to them. So yeah, and yeah, he's all over the place. He's like, I'm still here. I can hear you.
So I was going through the list of Superman movies, and I was like, is there an AI in every Superman movie? So obviously, Superman the movie. Is Lara in Superman 2? She is also an AI.
Sure.
Superman 3 has the robot that they built, or the computer they build. I believe like Superman 4 has like a bunch of Kryptonians. Like it's a Kryptonian council.
That's great.
Superman Returns. I don't know if that one has any. Like I can't like. They definitely use like the Kryptonian technology, but I don't know that there's like a, representation. Man of Steel has Jor-El again.
Yeah, I love him in that movie. There's that scene in the ship where he's leading Lois Lane out of the ship, and Russell Crowe's like, he's like, I know I'm fighting shape, but I don't want to move a lot, so I'm just going to appear. And he disappears in corners. He's like, go that way. Go that way. Love it.
Um, Batman v Superman.
It's
Uh, I think they do use the Kryptonian technology. Like Lex Luthor specifically uses the Kryptonian technology to build Doomsday.
right.
Um, and
Best use in the latest one. In
they got
Superman.
well, it's all the robots that the
Yeah.
that he gives
Thor's
numbers.
kind of a name. So scary.
But the stuff with Jor-El in the Supermans, we can do that now. Like we can do that now. We have done that now, actually.
But okay. So in the Supermans, it's not really Jor-El. It's just kind of like the idea of Jor-El, or like his mind, sort of like what he would say, his responses, everything.
Yeah.
Okay, and we can do that now. But
why
do we want to?
So we have done that now. Like I want to say it was last year sometime. Some company recreated Stanley as a hologram.
Oh, gross! I didn't know that.
So you could pay whatever, like $10, $20 or whatever, to talk to him and ask him a question, and he would respond as Stanley, or it would respond as Stanley.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I mean,
did he sign off on that? Did he sell that? He must have before he passed away.
I mean, I don't know, but it's interesting that you mentioned like selling your rights, because you know who has sold their likeness rights?
Who's that?
Bruce Willis.
For real?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like and this was prior to him, I think, getting sick. So like he sold his likeness rights. I mean, I think probably so that he could get some money in.
Yeah.
But like if he can't act, you know what I mean? If he's not like physically able to act. Now, like if you want Bruce Willis in your movie, you can. You just have to license out his likeness rights.
And we have the technology, you think, to actually pull it off? Because I know that there are vocal likeness rights. Like, I think James Earl Jones, before he passed, sold them, or, I don't know for sure, so don't take my word for it. But, like, I feel like they have, like, Disney has the rights, Lucasfilm, whoever has the rights to, like, use his voice
for Darth Vader.
For Darth Vader. Yeah, exactly. So I knew they were there with that, but visually, are they there? Like, is that Brad Pitt Tom Cruise fight convincing enough where you could be like, oh yeah, there could be a Die Hard origin story. Like, let's see John McCain before the marriage fell apart, and use Bruce Willis likeness to AI out a movie. Is that something worthwhile?
I mean, I don't know if it's worthwhile, but it's something that could happen. Well, and I think it is different. It is slightly different, the technologies between what I think we would use in a movie versus what we like, the Stanley hologram that was, Edic mentioned like last year or sometime.
Sure.
So like, at least with movies, you have all that time to like produce a good likeness, and things like that. And my thought would be, it's probably not a completely AI performance. It's probably like somebody's performance that they put a Bruce Willis skin on.
Yeah, that makes more sense. And they've been doing that for a long time. Like, I think for whatever reason, my mind went right to God, this is terrible. For whatever reason, my mind went right to Naked Arnold in Terminator Genesis, or whatever it was. I was like, what's a good example of this? Oh, Beefy Arnold. No, but yeah, like they got a size alike, they same size and shape, and grafted his face on it, and it looked fine. Like, it didn't look terrible, didn't look great. And we've had tons of examples of de-aging, from like, Tron Legacy to Tron Ares, and everything in between. And it has gotten progressively better for sure, but I don't know. I don't love it. Also, as someone who's an artist for my day job too, I don't love how much AI is making it like easy to do my job. Like, not for me, but like for anybody to just pop in and be like, yeah, I don't love that. So like, do I support it in other arts where people can just use AI to skip steps or cut out people's jobs?
Hmm.
Or like, because it's doing all the research for this on like YouTube and stuff, I'm getting in my algorithm now things like how to write your entire novel in 7 easy prompts. And I'm like, what? Like, they're like, these are the 7 prompts you need to give it to get your novel perfect. And I'm like, no, like, why? At the same time, I've read AI things and I've seen AI art that's way better than I can do.
Hmm.
And it makes me so sad. Like, I know it's not the case for everybody. Like, people will always argue that, like, the soul is important. The soul of the artist is important, and true artists will be able to continue creating in a way that AI can't. The truth is, though, that's not true.
Yeah.
Eventually, AI will catch up and surpass and be able to replicate soul, um, whether we like it or not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I think it's it's not necessarily that the AI is replicating soul. It is they are presenting us with an output that we consider a soul, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, like a familiar soul to us. Yeah.
So like art is not just like the artist's intent. It is the artist's intent versus like and the audience. Like the audience
Yeah.
like reading into what the artist's intent was. So there's always like a interplay between the artist and the audience. So in this instance, the if you want to call AI like I don't know, like AI generate things art, like we as humans are bringing something to that party too. Like we're saying, oh, there's something in this that I enjoy.
Mm.
Like the AI most likely doesn't care. Like it's just telling you what like the it's generating something from the prompt that you gave it.
Yeah. Very frustrating for me, but it's going to change so much in the next couple of years, and I don't know.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. Uh, where was I going with this? Um, so I was going to bring up a little bit about like uh, generative AI because I that's a lot of what people are afraid of right now because we've had AI for decades, like
Sure.
literal decades. Just now we're talking about generative AI because um, generative AI is something that kind of reflects back at us in terms of like it instead of like discerning whether or not something is a hot dog versus not a hot dog. Silicon Valley, by the way, has AI at the very end. Um,
Oh, that's the one where they just chalkboard everywhere, right? Like they're just writing all over the place about it.
well, like at
Am
the
I
end, well,
remembering it wrong?
I mean, there's something at the end of Silicon Valley, and I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen
Okay.
it.
That's right.
But so generative AI is something relatively new within the past few years, and that's what I feel like most people are afraid of, and a little bit of how it works. And for those of you who don't know, I have a computer science degree, so I kind of find this stuff like kind of fascinating. One of the problems that we've had with like traditional AI is that a lot of it was like kind of rules based. So like if this then that, and like if this and that. So you had to write a bunch of rules. And if there was something that you didn't know, like you couldn't write a rule for, then like kind of discarded that.
Yeah.
But what generative AI does with what's called a large language model or a foundation model is the more general term. Um, it's grabbing context from a bunch of data. So I always describe it as like if you saw the word dog in any like any book or whatever, it's going to be surrounded with some words like 4 legs, tail, furry, cute, whatever. Cat
Sure.
would be like would have similar words. But like you might get asshole with cat, you know what I mean? Whereas you
Oh.
might get loyal with dog, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that's how it's kind of building its context with what all these words quote unquote mean. Like it's saying like, oh, dog is furry, cat is furry, four legs, you know, whatever. So when we ask it like, um, I don't know, does a dog? I don't know. Give me a question about a dog.
Um, do dogs bury bones?
Okay, so do dogs bury bones? So like it would look in its like in its foundation model like, oh, like dogs bones are kind of connected to dogs, like it's more connected to dogs than it is or cats. So then it kind of puts together a bunch of words that kind of sound like should go together, and then like present it to you. So that's really all large language models and generative AI is right now.
Okay.
But it's super impressive because like it took a lot of the context and the work that people were doing with the rules and kind of pushing it onto us as the viewer or as the audience.
All right.
Because
So
like,
if you go
yeah,
on, go.
I was just going to say like to finish that up, um, like now this it can spit out like what the AI might not really understand, but to us it has meaning because we know that dogs bury bones and they're furry and cute and they're not assholes sometimes.
Right. So if I type into ChatGPT right now, what will this dog do with this bone? What do you think it'll say?
I mean, I think it could come up with a bunch of different responses. It might actually list out a bunch of responses. I would say like,
Yeah,
oh,
it'll play it safe.
like it'll like chew on it. It'll like you play fetch, you know, all that kind of stuff.
All right. I have a dog and a bone. Period. What will happen? Question mark. Here we go. If you have a dog and a bone, one of a few very predictable things will happen. Most likely, your dog will sniff it intensely, then grab it immediately. A lot of these things are in bold. And they either chew on it proudly or hide it. What happens next depends on the dog. Is your dog a chewer? Is he excited? Is he cautious? Is he possessive? Yeah, they've thought it out way further than I have. That's for sure.
Yeah. Uh, I guess, but back to pop culture.
Yes,
Um, are there any other ones that you wanted to mention?
I was looking for more in comics, but I guess those are the big two: Ultron and Vision, right?
I mean, you also have like
Brainiac.
Brainiac. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so in the chat, we have Chappie was about AI, wasn't it? Question mark. I never saw it. I never
saw
saw
it
Chappie either.
either. That's from the guy that did uh,
9.
District 9, which is about aliens. But yeah, Chappie always looked fun. But can I say that I was a little afraid of Hugh Jackman's mullet? And it scared me off.
I did not know that Hugh Jackman was in Chappie.
You've been Googling the wrong Chappie images then.
I mean, I haven't been Googling Chappie images at all.
That seems like the problem. Oh, the original Human Torch was AI.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's an
that's kind of
android.
weird. Yeah, I guess they just wanted somebody that they could light on fire without it being a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably more of a like we don't want like people to think that you can light yourself on fire and be okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. I mean, obviously, Star Wars,
Oh,
all
sure.
kinds of like
Yeah,
representations of AI.
I mean, that's a big one. 2001's a big one with Hal at the end of that. Um, yeah, I mean, is it? Could you say that like if 2001 made us aware of AI's dangers, what movie made us love it? Like, or did Star Trek TV make us love it, or did Star Wars lovable robots make us love AI? What movie normalized it?
Well, I here's the thing. I don't think any movie has normalized AI because we don't think of those things as AI.
We think of them as people,
We don't
as
necessarily think of them as
characters.
people, but we don't think of them as AI the way that we think of AI right now. Like somebody mentioned Herbie in the chat. Do you think of
Yeah.
Herbie as an AI?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
yeah. I mean, it's interesting because as you were saying it, I was thinking about how there are people in Star Wars that do view them as AI still. Like, I mean, maybe could Han Solo just be a boomer? Because the way he talks to those uh, robots is like they are trash cans, and we're like, oh come on, lighten up on R2. He's doing his best, but yeah, I mean, some people still treat them like robots, but yeah, maybe it's because we spent 40 years with them that we just love them. Don't
Yeah.
think of them, or we think of them as characters. I mean, Herbie, if he wanted me to really take him really seriously, Herbie should talk. Right? Does he?
I feel like there are depictions of Herbie that do talk.
Probably, yeah.
Not in the MCU movie. He kind of just like beeps and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like I think in the comics, I want to say he talks, but I don't know that for sure because I don't know that I've ever read a comic with Herbie in it.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh God, he doesn't win you over the way that like when BB-8 came out. I remember being like, "Who's this soccer ball?" And then, like 20 minutes out of the movie, I was like, "This guy's the best." Like he that might be the quickest journey from that's a robot to that's my best friend, or I need one of those. I need that in my house, like a little Herbie figure, or not a little BB-8 figure. And he doesn't talk.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned the Alien franchise in the chat.
Oh yeah, sure. That Alien show, like I think I told you this when I first turned it on, but like the opening crawl of the Alien thing, it comes up on the screen. It's not a traditional Star Wars crawl, but it's like it comes up and it says cyborgs are this and cybernetics are this, and I was like,
we're gonna save that for our next live show. The taxonomy of robots.
I was like, this is too much. I'm so dumb. Yeah, Aliens is a great one. The way that they have, like, I mean, the star, of course, is the xenomorphs, but then you also have this whole other bureaucratic robot nonsense that's the true villain of the franchise. Yeah, and greed, and behind it is Weyland Yutani, driven by greed, driven by power, driven by wanting to know the answers of the universe. And because of that, thousands, everyone in Alien dies because of that want, that greed I talked about right up front.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily the AI's fault. It is our fault because
that's true.
Because we're greedy.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody mentioned V'ger from Star Trek, the motion picture.
Who's V'ger?
V'ger, have you seen Star Trek, the motion picture?
I have, but let me tell you this. After the 20-minute presentation of the Enterprise and realizing that
there's only like 30 more minutes after that.
Between the Enterprise undocking, that's all it's doing. It's not like it's flying across the universe. It's just like moving out a little bit. Between that and then realizing that the evil dad from Seventh Heaven was in that. It's weird that those are my two takeaways from that movie. That I've only seen it once or twice, because as a true nerd in this era, I've accepted that Star Trek movies are good on evens, not odds.
I mean, that kind of breaks down in the Next Generation movies because like there's really only one good Next Generation even movie, and then it just like it is not good. but we're kind of like
first contact, last contact, right?
yeah. So we got like a few minutes left on our live show. Is there anything else you want to mention?
No, I mean, I'm going to stand. If I'm going back to your original question, I'm going to stand by. I know this was not a discussion about us changing each other's minds on where we stand. Uh, so I'm not saying that you didn't do a good job. I'm just saying I'm so deeply rooted in that fear of that the robots are going to get us that I feel the same way. Like I feel just like AI is bad news, and it's not worth the good that we're getting. The bad that's coming is not the worth the good we're getting.
Okay. I mean, I would disagree with you.
Sure.
And we're both adults. We can disagree on this.
Friendship over. You got 5 minutes left on this friendship. Go.
I mean, we only have 3 minutes left on this live show, so
I'll give you a couple of minutes after.
But like, so I mentioned like the reason I'm interested in AI is because I'm a computer scientist by education, and like I think AI is science. Like I am pro science, so like it is.
Now listen here. When I stated my case, I wasn't like, you're not pro people living. I said, but you're now saying I'm not pro science.
I'm not saying you're not pro science, but I'm saying the reason why I'm on the other side of the spectrum from you is because I see it as science. I see it as discovery. I see it as expanding what we know as humans and building things as humans. The greed part of it, like I have problems with AI, obviously, like everyone else does. Like I don't think that people's work should be stolen. I don't think it should be used as training. Like I think people should be paid for that work. If it's being trained, if that model is being trained on that. There's a host of problems with AI, but I think at the core of it is discovery, it is science, and we shouldn't close ourselves off from something because we might do terrible things with it.
Even after what happened with the Mission Impossible franchise?
I mean, I didn't see the last one, so I can't.
What? You didn't see the last Mission Impossible movie?
I mean, The Final Reckoning? No.
You're like, I got enough with Dead Reckoning. I don't need any more Reckoning.
I'm waiting for it to come to like Amazon Prime or whatnot. So
sure. Yeah.
But I do want to point out that this was pointed out in that podcast episode that I mentioned earlier. So there is a New York Times article from 1903. It's an editorial. It's called "Flying Machines Which Do Not Fly," and it is basically somebody writing like an editorial about how we shouldn't pursue flying. We shouldn't pursue like planes.
Okay.
Because like it took birds millions of years to learn how to fly. We shouldn't do it. Like there's not going to be any utility in it. So we should just not do it.
There's a difference between someone flying a plane and getting on a plane that flies itself, though.
Well, yes, but this was like, I think it was like maybe October of 1903. Do you know when the Wright brothers' first flight was?
Fucking November 1903.
It was a few months later. Yeah,
like challenge accepted. Let's get this bird up.
But I guess the point is I think we should have this discussion. Like we should have these discussions. Because it if we just say AI is bad, we're not part of the conversation anymore. Like we're saying like, even because we know AI is still going to get built. Like it is progress. It is just a train that's leave the station. Like, but we need to be involved. Like we need to be a part of it.
But we don't have time to really dig down this road much further. But there's things that we've done that we should not have done.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
But we'll leave it there.
Yeah, we have to.
So maybe if you guys want maybe more discussion about that, leave us a comment, let us know, and maybe we'll do another video on this. Hopefully you enjoyed our live stream. If you did, leave us a comment, give us a like. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you all in the next one. We'll do hopefully another live show in about a month, I think, where I'll be in Chicago for C2E2.